Here's more wrestling news for September 11th, 2021. And your headlines for this afternoon include: Jeff Hardy says WWE Universal title match against Roman Reigns is his dream match, WWE keeping all options open for Drew McIntyre's creative future, Triple H's health issue leaves big questions about NXT's leadership, major changes to the new WWE NXT, Kevin Owens segment and match cut from SmackDown this week, WWE Superstar to present Latin Billboard Award, I got beat up by The Undertaker, former WWE star reveals how he got punished for not going to Afghanistan, and more. We are starting off today with Jeff Hardy, who this week was in the crowd chasing the 24/7 championship. This poor booking led to Jeff's name trending, and even his brother Matt commenting on what's going on. But the charismatic enigma does have goals past the 24/7 title. Speaking to Wrestling Inside the Ropes, Jeff spoke about his future and his desire to hold one of the few titles that's eluded him. He said, "My number one goal is definitely to be the Universal Champion one time before my career is over. I don't know how much longer I have, and I'm very much living like day to day here now. So I just want to entertain people. It's exciting to be back in front of the live audiences." Becoming Universal Champion is easier said than done, as Roman Reigns has dominated for the past year and shows no signs of relinquishing the gold anytime soon. If Jeff does want to challenge for the Universal title, then a move to SmackDown will need to happen, and given his Raw booking, which has been inconsistent and underwhelming, a move to the Blue brand is exactly what Hardy needs. At SummerSlam, Becky Lynch made her controversial return to TV, capturing the SmackDown Women's Championship in seconds from Bianca Belair. This was part of a heel turn the man herself reportedly requested, but if you ask the reigning champ, she doesn't believe she's turned at all. Speaking to the New York Post, Lynch addressed the reports of a heel turn, saying, "Suddenly there's this conversation that I'm not doing things the right way, but I don't know what anybody expects me to do. Do you want me to come back and toy with Bianca and give her more of a chance to look like she's got an opportunity? Or would I come back knowing that I haven't done this in a while and be smart about it and blindside her? I just did what an intelligent person would do. I don't really understand this talk about me being a heel. I haven't changed, I just got smarter." At Extreme Rules, Belair will get her championship rematch, something that the man has been trying to avoid, but according to Lynch, her ambushing and refusal to fight is the signs of a smart wrestler, not a bad one. For the past 2 years, Drew McIntyre has been one of WWE's most consistently pushed superstars, capturing the WWE Championship twice last year. As of late, though, McIntyre has been racking up losses, and a post-match attack on Sheamus this week led fans to speculate that a heel turn may be coming for the Scottish superstar. When Ringside News asked about Drew's situation, a tenured member of Creative said that all options are open with McIntyre, and that WWE is weighing up whether to have him as a face or heel, and whether he'll be on Raw or SmackDown. It's also noted that WWE's policy is that superstars aren't allowed to know about creative directions, not even their own, unless they have the green light from Bruce Pritchard himself. It's been previously rumored that McIntyre is headed to SmackDown, as he's been wrapping up storylines on Raw, but for now, any plans for him are a close-kept secret. Fans will have to wait and see whether Drew turns heel and where he goes in the upcoming draft, but for now, all options are on the table. After the success of AEW All Out, Mick Foley shared a video where he warned WWE that they have a problem, a video that hasn't gone down well with the higher-ups in the company. It's been said that WWE aren't happy with Mick, as he broke the unwritten rule that legends don't disparage the company, but that hasn't stopped the Hall of Famer from speaking out. On Twitter, Foley shared an image comparing the same match from two different companies. As in Impact, John Morrison vs. Karrion Kross was an intense world title-worthy feud, and in the other picture, Morrison is sat in the corner spraying water on Kross with his dripstick. The meme's message was clear and obviously resonated with the three-time WWF champion, who captioned the image with a simple "this" on social media. In his video, Foley referenced how WWE has treated the likes of Kross and Keith Lee on the main roster, and we can only hope that the company takes his advice and changes their programming for the better. Over to NXT now, as this week the show will undergo a dramatic change, which will see Triple H have less control over the Gold brand. This is just part of the game's very bad September, as earlier this week, he suffered a cardiac event which required surgery. Given that the game has run NXT for the past 9 years, this cardiac event couldn't have come at a worse time with the Gold brand's massive change next week, and it's led to more questions for the roster, as Fightful reports, talent are in the dark about who will be running the show with Triple H sidelined due to health reasons. The talent was not aware of that situation until it was made public. Though Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard will make the big decisions for NXT going forward, it was reported that Triple H would remain in charge of the show's day-to-day operations, and we're continuing to wish the 14-time WWE World Champion a speedy recovery. There's a lot of questions yet to be answered about what the new NXT will look like, and it's not just the fans who are having to wait until next week's broadcast. Fightful Select reports that NXT superstars have had a lot of questions about the show, but have been given non-answers by higher-ups. One detail they have been told is that NXT is hoping for more characters on the show, as Vince McMahon is looking for characters he can market as his top priority. This is a change in pace from the past few years, where WWE would sign as many indie stars to an NXT contract as they could. That doesn't mean WWE is done with signing indie talent altogether, as has been reported elsewhere, but for now, the focus is on new characters, even if their current roster are being kept in the dark. Details are scarce about the new NXT, but we at least have an idea of what the show will look like next week. In the report, Fightful says that at this point, it appears the new NXT set will be a scaled-down version of what we see on the main roster, and that both talent and staff are pleased with how the Capitol Wrestling Center looks. With the new NXT logo being designed without any input from Triple H, we're curious if he had any say in the new set, as this will be a very interesting time for fans of the now formerly black and gold brand. For the past week, there's been talk of Kevin Owens' contract, which expires in January 2022, far earlier than the originally believed 2023 date. Owens has even teased a move to AEW in a since-deleted tweet after his deal was restructured in late 2019, giving him a larger downside guarantee, but a shorter deal. Unlike Adam Cole, WWE is well aware of when Owens' contract expires, but that's as far as conversations have gone in the company. Ringside News has learned that any talk about Owens leaving is premature as he's still under contract, so no talks can even begin with another company. As for now, Owens is involved in a storyline with Happy Corbin as the former Universal Champion wants his $1,000 back, but the time will come when WWE needs to discuss Owens' contract with the prizefighter himself. More from SmackDown as the show was stacked for WWE's return to Madison Square Garden, but not everything took place as planned. Fightful Select reports that a women's tag team match which would have seen Toni Storm and Liv Morgan face Carmella and Zelina Vega was nixed, and there's no word on if that match will happen later. The report adds, that segment, the women's tag match, was cut during the actual show, while a planned segment between Kevin Owens and Happy Corbin was cut from the program this afternoon. Corbin didn't appear on SmackDown, but after the show, he caught a beating from the Demon Balor and a post-show loss to Drew McIntyre. But WWE had something different in mind originally for the former King of the Ring. Corbin's rough patch is a thing of the past, and although he doesn't plan on paying back Kevin Owens, there's one man the former King wants to thank. On Twitter, Corbin and MJF had a friendly interaction in which the SmackDown superstar thanked the AEW star for helping him out when times were tough. As two of the most hated names in wrestling, it only makes sense that Corbin and MJF are pals, and we're hoping for more interactions from these two in the near future. Now, United States Champion Damian Priest has had an impressive 2021 so far, having won the title at SummerSlam and teamed with Bad Bunny at WrestleMania 37. Later this month, Priest will be on hand to acknowledge someone else's achievements, as he'll be a presenter at the 2021 Latin Billboard Awards on September 23rd. The ceremony will take place at the Watsco Center in Coral Gables, Florida later this month, and with Bad Bunny nominated for 22 awards in 13 categories, it's highly likely that there'll be a reunion between the two unlikely tag team partners. And we're ending with former WWE personality Jonathan Coachman, who held many roles in the company, from being a wrestler to a commentator to even an authority figure. During a recent Ask Coach Anything live podcast, Coachman spoke about a WWE tour in Afghanistan from 2004 to 2005, and the talent were given the choice of whether they wanted to go to a war zone for the troops. He said, "My first child was about to be born 6 months after that, so my wife at the time, she, and rightfully so, didn't want me going to the middle of a war zone. So I told the people who were setting it up at WWE, I said, listen, I'm not going. At that point, I had never said no to Vince once in my career, not for anything, so they thought I was joking. The next week, I was down doing commentary. There's always been a culture of, I don't want to use the word hazing because I didn't get hazed. That wasn't this. Punishment, perhaps? But when the show was over, one of the referees, I can't remember who it was, Undertaker was ending the show, and the referee came over and said, "You've got to hit the Undertaker from behind." I said, "Why?" He said, "That's just what they're telling me." So basically, as punishment for not going down to Afghanistan, I got beat up by the Undertaker. Then they hit Batista's music. He came down and finished the job. Coachman added that he was furious at the time as he'd gone to Afghanistan the prior year and was now being punished because he wanted to be safe for his pregnant wife. And it goes to show that sometimes being given the option to say no isn't an actual option at all. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.